Building Our House. Story by Sally Speer Leber. Illustrations by Carol Hayer. When you hear this sound, turn the page. Chapter 1. Dollhouses? We get to make dollhouses? That's so cool! Do we each get one? Can we really keep them? I've always wanted a dollhouse. Jasmine and her friends sat at tables at the after-school girls' club and exclaimed excitedly. Ms. Johnson smiled and nodded, and the room became still. She explained, "Yes, we're really going to make dollhouses, and yes, you each get one. The hobby store donated all of these dollhouse kits, and this is going to be our project this semester." Ms. Johnson opened one of the boxes, and the girls peered in. Then she carefully took out all the pieces and laid them out on the table. "Wow," Jasmine said. "Look at all those pieces." "Yeah," said one of her friends. "How are we ever going to get all this together?" "I'll never figure one of these things out," said another. "This looks impossible. There are so many little pieces." "Now, wait a minute," Miss Johnson said. "Slow down. I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves." The girls quieted down again, and then Miss Johnson asked, "Can you think of anything we should do before we start to talk about building the dollhouses?" The room was silent. The girls stared at the pile of dollhouse kits. They thought for a few moments. Finally, someone said, "Maybe we should write thank you letters to the hobby shop. It was really nice of them to give these to us." "Good idea," said Miss Johnson approvingly. Then she passed out the letter paper and pencils, and the girls began to write. "We are really looking forward to putting our dollhouses together. Thank you very much for donating them to us. That was very generous of you. Sincerely yours, Jasmine." When the girls finished their thank you letters, they put them in a big envelope. "I'll put this in the mail tonight," Miss Johnson said. "We'll have to send the hobby shop pictures of our dollhouses when they're finished," suggested Jasmine. "Maybe they'll put our pictures in their store," said her friend. Miss Johnson smiled and nodded. Then she asked a question. "How many of you think it would be hard to put a dollhouse together all by yourself?" Every girl in the room raised her hand. Miss Johnson agreed and said, "And that's why we're going to divide up into teams. Each team will work on one house at a time. By the time..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?